Basically, it's a game where we have to try and take other people's pictures as much as possible without getting our picture taken.
The objective of the game, you have got to take pictures of as many people as possible.
Yeah, and get tagged the least.
You get points if you capture people, you lose points if you get caught. If you get 2 people, you get double points.
So we want to hide and not get caught.
Sam's going to be competitive for mine.
It's the IXUS 200 IS.
The camera has 12.1 megapixels, which I'm a very big fan of because it allows me to take better pictures. The quality is impeccable. It's super clear.
So if you were going to enlarge the picture, you wouldn't have a problem making it huge.
So it's true.
The zoom's pretty good. Like when I was standing away, I wanted to know what was over there. Like there's a tree and a bird in a tree or something, and it's got like quite a big zoom, and you can zoom in and find out like what colour it is and stuff.
But it's good for when you're at parties if you want to capture people just having a laugh as opposed to people smiling at you. You can just zoom that little bit further and catch them without them realising.
It actually goes in pretty close, so you get to capture a lot of details.
So it's true.
I love the wide-angle lens. It's sort of super wide.
The wide angle's great because when I'm taking a big group of people of my mates, I can get everyone in.
I was able to fit all of us together in the whole shot.
We've all done group photographs of family or friends, and you always end up stepping back a million miles to get everyone in, and with this you can stand right next to them and get everyone in with the wide focus shot, which is fantastic.
There's a feature where you can kind of click on the person's face that you're trying to catch and it will follow them when they're running.
This has got an image stabilizer, meaning that if you're a bit shaky for whatever reason, it will capture the image nice and sharply.
My favourite part is that it doesn't blur. So even if you're chaffing and you're shake, your fingers are like, it'll hold the image steady.
It automatically changes the settings, whether it needs to be more brighter or darker, or whether the flash needs to come on or not. And that's just really helpful because you don't need to change anything, it just does it automatically.
With this camera, all I have to do is point. Like if I point at you, a little head comes up. If you move, it has a little motion detector that shows me that you're moving. If I point it to the sky and it's sunny, I'll have a little sunny sky, or if it's cloudy, so it's perfect. It does everything for me.
He cries, oh, oh, oh.
With the focus, you can half sort of put your finger down on the button, and then it tracks the person that you're trying to take a photo of, and then it will progressively track the person. It's quite clever, really. I don't know how it works, but it's very clever.
It's also, I think it's quite cool for sort of more artistic photographs, because if you want to capture someone in great detail, and then you can have some slightly more interesting happening in the foreground, or you know, it keeps them in focus, which is great.
I think for someone like me that hates to go into the menu of a camera, try and find what they're looking for, like the touch screen just makes it so much simpler. I find personally it's much easier to use.
Everything's on the screen, so it makes it so much easier to focus, to set different settings, and all you have to do is just touch it.
The touch play is really, really good, especially when you're wanting to go fast through the photos, because it shrinks the image down and you can quickly scroll through the images and find the one you're looking for.
The camera can take videos, and it's really great because it means you don't have to have 2 separate things with you. You can take your stills and also make movies.
I use video all the time. I try and get footage of loads of different things, silly things that happen, and it's great to have this feature like that on this camera and such good quality.
Then you plug it straight into your television, and after you spend all day making fun movies, you can all sit down and cuddle up and be warm and watch them together and laugh at each other.
If you press the functions there, you go straight into hints and tips.
So every feature will have an explanation of what the camera does.
When I was using the camera and trying to figure out the things on the menu, the hints and tips would come up, which was so useful for me because I'm such a technophobe. I find it impossible to go through menus, and it would literally just tell you exactly what it was that every single function was about to do before you do it.
Very modern and sleek. It's cool. Slips in your handbag.
It's really like streamlined and it comes in like different colours as well.
I like the blue one.